Okay, everybody, welcome into the Parker the Man page, yournews.com, ending another big week right here at yournews.com with a little gridiron action, a little football business. And we're not talking about Lions-Colts. That is tomorrow at Ford Field, the third exhibition game. That's the big dress rehearsal. You know, they say the dress rehearsal for the regular season, the third of the 4 exhibition games. So we'll see what Stafford and Culpepper can do, what Jim Schwartz has got up his sleeve for really the last decent chance to show what you got going with the 4. And after last week's horrible effort against Cleveland. But that's another thing, because the high schools are back. It's high school football day, baby. High school football returns tonight. There were some games yesterday, but this is the big first Friday of high school football. And the big Prep Showdown is what I'm writing about at yournews.com on the Parker and the Man page. The big Prep Showdown, it's the 5th year for that. Dave Beach now in Detroit Sports doing a great job. And before I forget, you can check it all out at detroitsports.org. So go there to look for more information. But 14 teams, 7 games, 2 days, tonight and tomorrow, $10. You can, again, check them all out for, the website to find out the prices. But it's at Rynearson Stadium in Ypsilanti, Eastern Michigan University. So, Ron English will be there, the new coach at Eastern, doing a little recruiting, just checking things out, I suppose. Because there'll be some big-time players. Of the 14 teams, Inkster is there. Ranked 45th in the country and the top 100 poll of the nation's best high school teams, the best prep teams. Devin Gardner going to Michigan, already committed there. You can see him play. Detroit King, the Ann Arbor schools, Chelsea. Jeff Daniels may show up. Jeff could be there. The actor Jeff Daniels from Chelsea. And many others. From as far away as Muskegon. So Muskegon is playing. They're the defending state champion. So check that all out. It's the big Prep Showdown. You can see it, read about it, and maybe go. Head over there to Washington Street and get on to Eastern Michigan and check out a couple of games. Check out both days. It's the big Prep Showdown, 5th one they've had. And again, as I said, Dave Beach now and his Detroit Sports Organization have done a great job with it. I mean, a super job in making it a prominent event in the state of Michigan to kick off high school football. Also, you can read about the Tigers and Rays. Start a big series at Comerica Park. Aubrey Huff, as I wrote about the other day, needs to get going here, and this is one of his former teams. He started his career in Tampa with the Rays, so maybe this will get him going. He sees his former team. He wants to do well against them. He had his best years in Tampa, but he's been terrible, just awful since the trade from Baltimore. So maybe this is the kind of series, if Jim Leland will play him, that he can get it going against. Jim Harbaugh, the former Michigan quarterback, 14 years in the National Football League. He was a Lion for like 2 seconds. Had a cup of coffee, no sweet roll, Rob Parker. But Jim Harbaugh's got a little bathroom controversy going at Stanford. He's the head coach there. He actually built a bathroom, or had it built for him, to the tune of about $60,000. It's a really nice bathroom. But Stanford's going through some financial times, as everybody else is, and maybe just the wrong time for a coach to build a bathroom. That's right, it should be out of focus. That should be out of focus. So Jim Harbaugh, you can read about that. USC is going to do something it's never done before. Start a freshman quarterback, a true freshman. Pete Carroll's decided to go with Matt Barkley, the much heralded quarterback, over Aaron Corp, who had a little bit of injury but came back, and it looked like he still was the lead candidate to be the starting quarterback, replacing the Jets' Mark Sanchez, who now the starter for the Jets as a rookie. But Matt Barkley's the guy, and the first time in Troy ever, we call it Troy over there in Los Angeles for Southern Cal, the Trojans, a freshman will start a quarterback, Matt Barkley. So remember the name, you'll see him. Allen Iverson may have a team, and maybe the Memphis Grizzlies. Is that how low it's gone? Is that how low you can go? Is that how far it's sunk for AI? You got to go to the Grizzlies or the Clippers? But that's what it might be for AI if he wants to continue his NBA career. No more $20 million, Allen, and you got to go to practice. I'm saying practice. So AI to the Memphis Grizzlies, that's on the table for him. He's got to make a decision. And Jacques Demers, the former Red Wings coach, is now Senator Demers. You can read all about that as well. Jacques Demers is now a Canadian conservative senator. He was appointed by Prime Minister Stephen Harper on Thursday. And Jacques, who has a very interesting story, because he was illiterate for most of his life. He couldn't read or write. He can now, both French and English. He is French-Canadian. And when he coached the Wings back in the mid-'80s, he brought them back to prominence when they were so bad. Steve Eisman has a nice comment about Jacques. But Jacques Demers is going into politics at the age of 65, and I write about that as well. And you can read that if you have not seen that. But Jacques Demers is now Senator Demers. He had the restaurant in Detroit, too. So there you go. So read all about that. The Big Prep Showdown. Again, it's DetroitSports.org for more information there. The Tigers and Rays big series coming up this weekend. Harbaugh's bathroom deal at Stanford. USC to start a freshman. Allen Iverson to the Grizzlies. And Jacques Demers, now a senator in Canada. It's all there for you. The Parker Demand page, yournews.com. Have a great weekend. Navigate early and often.